Hello everyone and welcome to INFINOX Market Insights with me, Richard Perry, analysing markets for INFINOX on Monday the 12th of July. So Italy won the football and there's a fairly sluggish open to the European session, maybe a few hangovers out there, and it seems to be that markets are looking for direction once more. We had a big move actually into risk appetite, into an improvement on the risk assets in the wake of the reserve requirement ratio being cut by the People's Bank of China on Friday, but it doesn't seem as though that has really followed through into the new trading week. A bit of a knee-jerk reaction Friday, but seems to be settling down a bit, threatening to move back out of risk assets into safe havens. You've seen the likes of the dollar starting to gain ground once more, and Treasury yields, which did rally on Friday, are starting to fall over a bit again on Monday morning. So equity markets, well, the Wall Street indices remain really strong, but again, a little bit of a sign of where European markets are struggling. I've got a chart on the DAX, which I think is going to reflect that. And just generally speaking, markets are looking for direction, I think, on Monday. We've got the US inflation numbers on Tuesday to really focus on. I think that will start to take hold in terms of how markets are positioning. But with regards to the INFINOX support and resistance table, that is at the end of the video, and always good for trading levels there. So with the charts we're looking out for today, well, we're going to start to look at euro-dollar, going to look at a rebound on euro-dollar that we saw back end of last week, but what actually needs to happen on euro-dollar to take this as a recovery. We're also looking at the chart of silver. Again, another risk appetite play, I think, as silver has started to slip back again. And finally, that DAX chart, well, choppy moves, but can it get through that resistance? So let's have a look at the charts. And onto the INFINOX MT5 platform now. And just starting off with euro-dollar, we can see these two strong candles that finished the week last week, but the market has just started to stabilize a little bit in that rebound. And it's interesting that that resistance that we got from Tuesday's reaction high of 1895, that remains intact, and I think as the market holds that resistance, that's going to be an important level, because we've seen just effectively an unwinding from the RSI, sort of got a little bit below 30 and is now unwound to 40 and is now starting to tail off. So it doesn't suggest that there's anything decisive in a recovery, and you've got this 4-hour chart here. You can see that 1895 level of resistance here, a slight improvement on the 4-hour RSI. If I zoom out here, you can see that around the 55 area has been historically where, through the selling phase, that the RSI has failed. So above that gives you signs of hope, I think. But what you do need to see is a continuation of this higher low and higher high scenario that we've had in the past session or so, and a move above 1895 is key for that move to start to turn into a serious recovery, because at the moment it's just effectively unwinding that. So that level of support at 1825 area, that's key on a near-term basis as well. That needs to stay as a higher low and continue then through 1895. Then you can start to think about a more serious recovery back towards these key levels of resistance, 1960 area. And on to silver, yeah, the disappointment and the recovery that we saw early part of last week, again, a little bit of a tick higher on Friday, but has fallen over once more, and it just seems at the moment as though that this rally is going to be seen as a chance to sell. It seems as though that if you take one step out, the market is trading around the middle area of this long-term now trading range, and it seems as though there's a sort of an attraction, given the momentum, and an attraction back towards the levels of support. Although those levels of support are holding at the moment, 2550 up towards 2580 area, it does look as though that the pressure is still towards that, and you can see on the 4-hour RSI a slight negative divergence there. So it seems to still be wanting to sell into strength. And finally on the DAX, look at the choppiness of this trading range. We've got obviously basically been going sideways since late May, really, but seeing the number of strong candles that we've had in the past week or so, both higher and lower, and you're almost getting a consecutive sort of an alternating run of candles there, and the resistance that comes in around 15,700 to 15,800 is obviously important. You've got the really sort of 45 to 55 on that RSI for a good few weeks now, and that again suggests really tight trading in terms of choppiness, lack of trend, lack of conviction. And there's a move higher today above 15,700, but through 15,800 really does need to be the key move to break out and then continue. But it does look as though that this is going to be a chopping range, so you've got to be concerned about false upside breaks in that scenario. So still lacking conviction on the DAX. Thanks for watching this video. I hope you found it informative for your trading. Join me again on Wednesday, where we'll be looking at the outlook for the dollar in the wake of the US inflation numbers and also a speech by Fed Chair Powell. So I'll leave you with the INFINOX support and resistance table, and I'll speak to you then. Thank you very much.